Hey, Brittany.
Oh, hey, sorry, just one second. Let me finish up this email. All right, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you to answer these questions?
11.
You're clearly a fashionista.
Oh,
Did you go to
thank
school for
you.
this?
I actually did. I went to school for fashion design and realized that I hated it and decided to become a stylist instead.
Oh, so you're a stylist. Does that mean you make clothes?
No, I just tell people what to wear.
What does a day in the life of a stylist look like?
It's really different every day, which I love. I don't enjoy routine, so it can be anything from meeting with designers, pulling clothes, doing a photo shoot, a fitting, consultation. It never ends.
So you don't make clothes and you don't do hair.
Absolutely not.
What is the biggest misconception about working in the fashion industry?
That is easy.
Who have you worked with as a stylist?
I've worked with a wide range of people, from celebrities, actors, artists, executives. Some people you might know are Lori Harvey, Trevor Jackson, Chloe Lucasic from Dance Moms, Drea Michelle, and many more people.
Wow, that sounds like an awesome job.
Thank you.
How can I get in on it? Because I have no styling experience, like at all.
You can get in on it by getting your feet wet, jumping into the industry, and start collaborating with other creatives in your city. Start building your portfolio. That's the number one thing you want to do.
Do you get to keep the designer clothes?
No, I wish.
What's a style must-have everyone needs?
Confidence.
What does a stylist intern do versus an assistant stylist?
So an intern does a lot of the not so fun parts of the job, such as picking up clothes, doing returns and runs, versus an assistant. You get a little bit more responsibility, become the stylist's right hand, and you sometimes are doing the photo shoot or fitting on that stylist's behalf, or sometimes you're even pulling on their behalf. You're making the appointments for the showrooms, for the designer studios, so you're really that right hand go-to person.
Well, now that you're on the other side of interning and assisting, what do you look for when hiring interns and assistants?
Ooh, the number one quality I would say is being organized, super important. Also, attention to detail and being reliable. Underrated.
How long would it take me to move from intern to assistant?
So it really depends. There's no one size fits all answer. It can range from a couple weeks to even a whole year, depending on how much help the stylist that you're assisting actually needs and how good you are.
Where does one find internships and assistantships?
Luckily, we live in the information age, so you can just do a Google search, or if there's a specific stylist who you love their work, and you want to learn from them, then hit them up, go on Instagram, find their email. If you can't find their email, then send a DM and say, hey, I want to learn from you.
Do you remember your first job in the fashion industry?
Yes, I was the assistant curator in my school's fashion museum.
How much did you make?
I don't remember how much I made. I think I made like $12 an hour. I just remember my first check was $48, and I thought I was winning.
Is it anything like The Devil Wears Prada?
No, not really.
Speaking of, what movie had the most iconic fashion?
Ooh, this is kind of tough for me, but my top two, I'll give you two. Chicago, best costumes of all time, but overall style, Mean Girls.
When did you know you wanted to be a stylist?
Wow. Well, I knew I wanted to be in fashion since I was 10 years old. When I was a Girl Scout and I got that sewing badge, it was written in the stars. But as far as being a stylist, I would say my junior year of fashion school.
Wait, so back to basics.
Yes.
Where did you get free clothes from for your shoots and clientele?
Oh, so the free clothes are from showrooms. So think of them as a fashion library where a stylist go to borrow clothes.
So they just lend you clothes for free? How does that work?
Yes, so they charge the designers to keep their clothing in the showroom, and us stylists, we are pulling to get their clothing on celebrities, on influencers, on red carpets, and that's how they get their return on investment.
So, What's a showroom?
So think of it as a fashion library. Similar to a library, you don't get charged every time, but they do keep your credit card information on file in case anything gets lost, damaged, or stolen.
Wow, so I probably have to have like 1 million followers to do that, don't I?
Actually, no. Showrooms care more about your clients than they care about you.
So I'm actually from Arizona.
Welcome to
Not
LA.
exactly big, thank you. Not a big fashion town. So how would I get started in my home?
So you want to hit the ground running by getting experience collaborating with creatives, find photographers. I found photographers when I first started out from places like Craigslist. Of course, do your due diligence, but I did find people on there. I also found people using Instagram hashtags, and find stylists in your city to assist. That's the best way to learn.
I don't think we have showrooms there. Where would I get close from?
So before I started getting access to showrooms and even felt confident enough to approach them, I found clothes from my friends. I also thrifted. So get creative.
So you're saying I don't have to live in LA or New York to become a stylist?
Not at all.
So can we do some quick rapid fire questions?
Let's do it.
Spring, summer fashion, or fall, winter fashion?
Even though we didn't really have seasons in LA, I'll say fall, winter.
Heels or sneakers?
Definitely heels.
Monochrome or color?
I love a color moment. I can't lie.
Favorite fall trend?
Ooh, layering.
Favorite spring trend?
Florals. Duh. It's groundbreaking.
Which celebrity has the best style right now?
Ooh, I'd say Queen Bee.
Who's your dream client?
Caliuchis.
How do you book styling clients? Like, if I wanted to work with celebrities too, how would I do that?
Okay, so honestly, it's word of mouth at this point, referrals. But when I first started out, I would reach out directly to the celebrities' publicists. So people who want to style celebrities, they make the mistake of DMing the celebrity directly, not knowing that they probably don't even control their own Instagram. So find out who their publicist or agent is and pitch yourself to them. Make sure you send a mood board. Don't just send some random message saying, hey, I'm a stylist. Like, really pitch yourself.
And what about getting your work on magazine covers?
Yeah, so when you're collaborating and doing these test shoots, I highly suggest doing submission shoots on this website called Caviar with a K.
Wow, Craigslist. Any other ways to build my portfolio, or should I say book, without risking my life?
I see you with the stylist lingo. Yes, so Instagram and Craigslist are just two of many ways. My other suggestion would be joining Facebook groups with other creatives and reaching out to your local art school and putting out an ad to meet photographers.
Where would I meet photographers and models and all that to take part in these test shoots?
All over. Any of the ones that I just mentioned, really.
Okay, so pool, book, I think I'm catching on.
Yes.
Any other stylish jargon I should know?
So you got pull, you got book, maybe stylist kit?
Stylist kit.
Yes.
What is it?
So every job has the tools of the trade, and as stylists, we're no different. We need a stylist kit to get the job done correctly.
What would you say is your top 3 stylist kit items?
It's a bunch of stuff, but definitely clips, pins, and double-sided tape.
So let's say you are just getting started out as a stylist and have nothing. What is that one thing you absolutely must have with you?
A garment rack.
What is your biggest regret as a stylist?
So I did this commercial shoot, and I was styling an older gentleman, and I got one of those veteran hats, and it said World War I on the front. Me not realizing that was like almost 100 years ago, so that just wouldn't be possible.
What was your first fashion show?
I was a backstage dresser at Roberto Cavalli.
We're on beautiful Rodeo Drive. How would I get clothes from one of these fancy brands?
So So you would reach out to the PR manager of these stores and ask them if you could borrow samples, but most likely you will have to do a buy and return unless your client was like Angelina Jolie.
Wow, that seems like a lot. So let's say I was a designer. How would I work with you as a stylist?
So if you're a designer, the best thing to do is to send me your lookbook via email and make sure that you are constantly follow up, because there's a good chance that we won't use your stuff the very first time around. So just constantly send emails, send your newest lookbooks to make sure that you're top of mind.
That's awesome. So do stylists mainly style celebrities, or can someone like me get a stylist?
Absolutely, anybody could get a stylist.
How many types of stylists are there?
Many. Most people, when they think of stylists, they either think celebrity stylist or personal stylist, but you can be a runway stylist, e-commerce stylist, image consultant, menswear stylist, children's stylist, bridal stylist. The list goes on and on and on. There's plenty of opportunity for everyone in this industry.
So what's the most important thing you do to prepare for a photo shoot?
Most important thing I do is my research on the client and also styling out, meaning that I personally take the notes app in my phone and I pre-style the look, so when I'm on set it just goes quicker.
How would I get started as a celebrity stylist versus a personal stylist?
For both, the best way to get started is by learning from someone who already is doing what you want to do.
What's the difference between a personal stylist and a personal shopper?
So a personal stylist can help you revamp your wardrobe and put looks together, versus a shopper, they just shop and then they lead you to your own devices to put those looks together.
So what's the difference then between styling for men and women?
So this is a big learning lesson for me. My first assistant job as an assistant stylist was styling for men, and I had no idea that they had neck sizes for their shirts and the different waist sizes for pants. So definitely learning the differences between that was a shock for me, but it also helps to increase your skill set to know both.
So is one easier to style than the other?
I wouldn't say so. Depends on who the client is. But honestly, you'd be surprised. Some of my male clients have been pickier than not.
So Brittany, can you describe your style in one word?
Blue.
What's your favorite part about being a stylist?
Really getting to transform how people feel about themselves and bringing out their confidence.
What's your least favorite part about being a stylist?
Oof. Dealing with certain personalities and people not knowing what they want.
Interesting stuff. Do I have to get a degree to do this?
No, the best way is to learn from someone who's been there, done that, and is willing to teach you the ropes.
Sounds like a dream job. Does it ever get stressful?
Being a stylist? Yes.
So basically, most jobs you get from networking and word of mouth.
Yes.
Hit us with your best networking tip.
Best networking tip is don't just add people on Instagram and never talk to them again. Actually nurture and build relationships.
I heard agencies are another way to get some good work. Would you agree?
They can be, but I wouldn't recommend getting signed unless you're really established in the industry, because they do expect you to bring your own clients to the table. I think a lot of new stylists think that if they get signed, a flood of jobs will come in, but that's just not the case.
Who is your role model?
Misa Hilton.
What's something you wish all aspiring stylists knew?
That it's important to not just know what's trending today, but also know your history and references. So if someone on set says they want to channel Grace Jones from the 80s or Farrah Fawcett from the 70s, then you better know what that looks like.
Shifting gears a little bit, I saw on your IG bio that you're the CEO of a business called Fashion Mentor. What exactly is a fashion mentor?
So Fashion Mentor is a fashion career platform I created to teach all the things that I wish I learned before becoming a stylist.
That's admirable. What inspired you to start Fashion Week?
So fashion schools don't really have a stylist program, so I had to learn a lot of stuff through trial and error. And so I started blogging my experiences as an intern, then assistant. And once I started getting clients, people started messaging me asking for advice. And I was willing to give that advice, whereas a lot of stylists aren't. And that just really started growing traction. And pretty soon I started hosting panels, in-person classes, and now we have a virtual stylist academy.
What's your number one piece of advice for someone who wants to become a stylist?
Stop watching people on social media do what you want to do and just get started.
What's the number two piece of advice?
Follow up. A lot of people give up way too easily, and if you don't hear back from a stylist you want to intern or assist for, keep in mind that we are extremely busy. So we might not have even seen your email, or we started responding and then something happened. So don't be afraid to send a little nudge in their inbox and just send that follow-up email or two.
What's the biggest mistake you see other stylists make?
Giving up way too easily. Social media makes this look easy, and it is actually a job, so don't give up when things aren't panning out as quickly as you think they should.
So, as we all know, things changed drastically in 2020. How did you and other stylists adapt?
Well, we definitely pivoted to virtual styling.
What's your top trend prediction for this year?
The continuation of Y2K.
What's one trend that needs to end in 2023?
Anything that ends in core, please.
What is the most challenging part of being a stylist that people might not think about?
I'd have to say dealing with rejection. It's not always going to be easy, especially when you're starting out. You might hear a lot of no's, but you have to be confident enough in yourself to just keep going and persevere against all of that.
Lastly, what steps can I take today towards becoming a stylist?
You can join me here in beautiful LA for my annual 3-day Stylist Summit. You're going to learn the ins and outs of breaking into the industry as a stylist, tour showrooms, get hands-on experience. You're going to also build your network and so much more. So if you can't make it to LA though, join me online for my Fashion Stylist Academy course. Hope to see you in class. Can't wait.